Yes and yes, a great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll send Brown in motion right. Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And one more time, that's Watkins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll take this down to the 33. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And they bring the big tight end across the formation left. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as they'll try for the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, back to 60.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's got room past the 30, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day, the only loss the Packers had in 1962. They sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you got football on Thanksgiving Day?
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? It's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
In motion left is Watkins. Now a play fake. Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Still, check still.
Now Lance. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. Throwing on first down is Lance. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready, 6, 7.
They'll send Brown in motion right. On second down, Langley, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Here we go, back.
Harris running straight ahead. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Smith will come in motion right. Harris going to get it again on second down. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go. And cycle. Ready?
And now they'll throw with Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On second down now, Langley. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In motion right is Smith. On 3rd down, Langley. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
Well, partner, the defense isn't going to adjust, and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over. They're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 32 on the play. They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. The Cowboys at 6-4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one a first down pickup of 8. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
A final shot before half for Lance.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
Garabay's kick is good,
and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control.
And it is caught at the 10-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run on first down. Fry. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Okay, so the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line.
Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll set up to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb, 28 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from going up by 30. The extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And they'll go for it. Lance. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Ball red. 6. Mega.
To throw, it's Lance. Incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. And Lance going to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Garibay on to attempt the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this will win awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 3. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
Got him in. It's Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contour, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And he's got room.
55 rushing yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, Lance.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Lance.
He gets it complete to Harris. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now receiver in motion left.
Harris is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Zerline good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
2nd and 15. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here we go, set. Warrior 17. 19 tight, 19 tight.
He'll drop to throw. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hurry, hurry.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They'll look to throw again.
Left side to Lamb. And he is going to have the Cowboys' 1st down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown This thing is ugly. Garibay on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Carson. And that nearly intercepted. But it's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Lance looking to throw it. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Zerline connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Cowboys, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia,